All right, here we go. Joining the server now. First ever live stream. So we are going to see what we can do here. Hopping into the 8 Hours of Suzuka. Double check. We need spectate on, of course. Number 63. And we are good to go.
Dang it, Paul. Cannot believe this.
Okay, I'm with you. Hey Martin, how's it going, my friend? It is 8:57 in the morning. Oh, sorry, Sam. Didn't know Jimmy was streaming. What's Jimmy streaming right now? Oh, yeah, Dirt 4. That's acceptable. No worries, Sam. Thanks for tuning in and saying hi. And hello, Furious Debbie. Or as I call you, Debbie. But thank you, Martin. That's good to know. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if the stream's looking okay. This is, of course, the very first live stream that I have ever done. Hey, Steve! Thank you, my friend. Alright, what are we looking at on laps? Alright, thanks for letting me know, Martin.
Say that again?
Lap count?
Four laps?
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good, Debbie, because that's just what I refer to you as. Furious Debbie is a lot of syllables. Excuse me. Thank you, Sam. More VEC coming next, well, yeah, next season. Same calendar year, I suppose. And no Fords, Martin. You and your Fords. Yeah, no Fords. So just to give you guys some heads up, we're looking at just a few more laps. This is my dad, John, driving at the moment, wrapping up his stint. I'll be in for 3 stints, if I can manage that. It'll be, I don't know, 2 hours, 45 minutes.
You gotta be careful with the tires below, when they get below 80%. Really.
Okay, copy that. Good to know. Yeah. So welcome everyone. About to get going here. This is obviously in the middle of the 8 Hours of Suzuka. Won't be finishing the race. John tries to negotiate some prototype. Looks a little laggy, but obviously Lentz just came out of the pits, so he's trying to find his pace. They're both slipping and sliding. But Lentz does look a little bit laggy, so that's... It's a little... side by side! Lentz gonna let him through. Okay, nicely done. And yeah, Debbie, you know what's funny? I had the dislike like 12 hours before it even started. And I was like, what? What did I do? Anyway, a lot of GT traffic here. To the inside of the orange McLaren. Okay. Getting ready, guys.
No.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no. What just happened?
Oh, man, this is unbelievable.
Did it smack the steering? Okay, just box now. Dang it.
Okay, I'm coming in the pits.
Yeah, it's coming now. Oh, that is not good. Alright, we're gonna have a little bit of damage repair. Suzuka is a very, very tough multi-class track. And there's been a lot of incidents in this race so far. There's a lot of annoyed
We did have
GT drivers.
too many contacts with our team cars. Not good.
Well, that's alright. Let's just see this one out. Okay, 70 seconds, and we're getting going.
Okay, this time it's 72 seconds. So the two repairs we had to do so far did overlap with the tire change, didn't cost us any extra time. Minor damages.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go for 3. And you feel free to rest up and come back for 1.5 at the end.
Okay. Would have been nice if you could just save that last one. Still gonna be a splash and go probably.
Yeah, there will be about, I don't know, quarter tank, half a tank. Here we go.
Okay, there's LMP coming. There. There's no other traffic from behind.
Okay.
Okay, good luck.
into the race. If I can go down the inside of this Porsche as well, thank you. We've had a few collisions, few accidents, so definitely not as clean as our 24 Hours of Le Mans run. However, we are in 8th, a few hours to go. He's gonna get the Porsche. Oh, thank you. Can definitely tell the car's not 100%, but that's okay. Alright, hit the 4-hour mark, so we're halfway through the race at this moment. It will move into dusk and then ultimately into the night. So, yeah, as usual, don't look forward to dusk. Oh, arrow drag, or arrow understeer from the car ahead. It makes it kind of tough to follow in Spoon, makes it tough to follow in the S's. And we need to lift in the 130R due to that. I wonder if I can just get by this guy. He is ahead. But it's so difficult to follow. Two, thank you. Oh, I missed that apex. Yeah, rFactor 2 is definitely definitely looks good. All you need is a little bit of different positioning with the sun. If it's the morning, you know, early in the morning, or getting into dusk like it is now, it does look really, really nice. Unfortunately, 99.78% of the time, rFactor 2 is viewed at the 1 p.m., you know, sky blue sky, bright day, and it just looks a little flat. Alright. And, but, with DirectX 11, everything looks so much better. To the inside of Kern. Yeah, it's a lot better to do this without the arrow understeer from the car ahead. Already 4/10 up. Love downshifting for that hairpin. Go from 5th to 1st in a couple of seconds. Alright, GT ahead, probably get him at the chicane. Ay, shoot. Heart rate went up about 50 beats per minute. I officially have an adrenaline rush. I thought that Ferrari was going to swing back to the left. He kind of just hung to the right. He's trying to give me the outside, but I wanted the inside. And now I'm a little bit shaky. I almost just rear-ended a Ferrari at 168 miles per hour. That's okay. Because we did not. I just need to get in here, settle in, find my rhythm, and also find the rhythm of traffic. I know that there's been a lot of, you know, collisions with, we'll go around the outside of this Ferrari here, collisions with prototypes and GTs. So some of the GT teams are understandably a little bit annoyed as well. So, just need to be mindful of that. Suzuka is just such a tough track for multi-class. It's an awesome track. Hey, thanks, Darian. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow to get to chat, trying to read while racing, texting while driving. First time live streaming, so it's a little bit of a learning curve, but that's okay. It's a much better lap. In the back of the McLaren, we'll go T1 on him. 44.3. Thank you, Steve. That was a pretty nice pass. I enjoyed that. On the prototype, I'm assuming you mean. Porsche's gonna just pull to the side. Thank you. Just go around the outside. Almost checked in the grass. That's okay. Yeah, so you can see the sun, it's definitely setting now. We're getting into dusk, and it's going to get really hard to see in about an hour. It'll be, yeah, pretty much impossible to see. Let's get inside of the Camaro, no problem. Best place to catch a GT car, right at the beginning of a straight. No rain. I guess the clouds were looking pretty dark earlier in the race, but it's, to my understanding and knowledge, there should be no rain in this race. It is, of course, using the live weather plugin, so it is grabbing from a weather station near the track. So whatever the weather is near the track, that's the weather we should approximately seeing in the sim. And the weather forecast for that weather station looks clear. I'm just gonna pend. Yep, thank you. See, he's already wary, and that's, you know, all the GT cars are just wary. They're like, I don't want to get taken out, and that's, you know, they shouldn't have to race in fear of being punted every corner. Couple of GT cars here, but this should be pretty easy. Why are we weaving? Question is what to do about the Porsche. I'm gonna lift. No, it's okay, I'm going. I'm lifting. You go, you go. We're not in a super cutthroat battle. Prototypes already have kind of a bad name in this race, so I'm not going to add to it by doing unnecessary moves in my first stint. Although, just have to monitor the gaps to the cars ahead, so we are on the same lap as them. So I just want to keep an eye on what kind of gaps we have. I haven't really been paying attention to the gaps, I've just been trying to settle in. Daytona 24, I haven't seen a Daytona 24 in rFactor 2. I did do Daytona... I don't know if I ever did a Daytona 24, but I definitely did a Daytona 6-hour and maybe a Daytona 12 in rFactor 1. I have not seen a Daytona 24-hour in rFactor 2. Favorite corner at Suzuka. It's kind of an awesome track. The S's are pretty hard not to like, especially when you're in a car like this. Okay, Mercedes here. Let's see if we can just... around. I mean, the S's, when you're in a car like this, pretty much just drive it with the throttle, so I don't have to touch the brake much. If I can get the rotation, all I have to do is drive it with the throttle. It just has the grip. Steering angle is snappy and responsive. So probably the S's. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best at the S's, but they are fun to drive, especially in a high downforce car. What I'm loving in this car is this hairpin, because you can go up to 5th right here, take the kink and downshift to 1st real quick for the hairpin. Slowest corner on the track. So that's a kind of a nice sequence with this car in particular. Oops, had my mic muted. Yeah, I kind of cut the grass there and spun up, but I'm kind of fine waiting, you know, behind a chicane or something. You know, it's not like I can go much faster in a chicane than a GT car. And I'll just pass you on the straight. And thank you for the pixel. Grab the inside here. Hey! Bit of a slide. Yeah, the GTs are scared. And you can tell in the body language, and that doesn't help. It makes them more unpredictable. I'm not blaming them, though. If I was getting punted as often as some of them have this race, I would be too. This series only races 4 times a year, so it's not like VEC where it's once a month. It's just less track time, less time to get used to it. Around the outside into the S's. I'm trying to figure out what the GTs want to do as well. Try the inside, try the outside, just, it's really up to them to pick the lane, pick the side. Run your apex. And pick a side to exit on. Prototype will get around. We obviously just did the entire VEC championship in the GT class, with 20 prototypes passing us constantly. So I know how it feels. But thank you guys so much for joining me. First ever live stream. Hey! Slipping and sliding. Disconnect from a prototype behind. A couple of Camaros racing up here. I'm fine waiting. I'm sorry you guys have had a rough race. Sorry, GT class. Oh, well, I'm a little far off the apex, but that's okay. What GT car do I recommend? It depends what mod you're using. Why? Shoot, shoot, shoot. I'm so confused. I'm so confused where they're gonna go. Anyways, in terms of GT cars, if it's with the Apex mod, I have not driven it. The Apex mod is on display here. If it's URD, we loved the Corvette. How am I supposed to talk Norwegian? Speak Norwegian, that is. It's much better timing around the rest of the globe than it is on the west coast of the United States. It is now 9:34 a.m. Australians are probably already asleep. Is it really the train car sounds? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it does Does not sound like how I would think this car does actually sound. Don't picture it having a roar, but it doesn't really... Engine noise doesn't really sound like what I would expect. I would think it'd be a little deeper, but I mean it is hitting 10,000 RPM, so I don't know. Bit of a traffic jam. I'm trying to figure out what the Mercedes wants to do. Holy cow. I'm just going to stay back and let them figure it out. And now we'll move on. Yeah, so the headlights are actually on. Headlights are on, it's just, this is just dusk. It's the worst time. Can't see the road. Headlights don't do anything. Sun needs to go way further down. And then the headlights will come to life at that point. Double check that they are on. Yeah, they're on. So now that I think about it, that GT car probably thought I was flashing him, but I was just testing my headlights. So I have kind of closed up on the car head, but it's pretty much 6, 7, 8, we're all doing the same time. I don't know. Don't know if it does have today's rFactor 2 update. I did not know there was an update today. Is it a new build? Or just like a compatible mini update? Hotfix, if you will. Alright, this is going to be the first time now GT car right on the S's, so I'm going to have to... I don't know. I don't know what they want from me. But clearly they are under the impression that the prototypes are just going to chuck it down the inside of every single corner. And I don't doubt that many have over the course of this race. But yeah, you can see now a lot tougher to see. Visibility very poor. Hey, Pedro, my friend. Thank you very much. Kind of quiet at the moment. Just ticking off laps on the desk. But thanks for stopping by. Pit lane is so slow and I haven't really practiced it too much. The question is, where the heck is our pit box? Yeah, up to 7th in the pit rotations. We're in the mix. It's just we're a little bit too slow. Just a little bit. know what? After the pit rotations, we're legitimately up to 7th. So someone must I must not be paying attention. Someone dropped down the order. And if you can see what I mean, it's just you can't see the road, you can't see the white lines on the edge, you have no, you know, references all change. Going up the hill completely blind. Can't see the road. 5th place just retired, so we are going to move up to 6th. Unless he rejoins. This is basically the time where you just wait for the headlights to take effect. Just keep it on the road. Yeah, that's something I'm hoping DirectX 11, well, it does fix. DX11. They look brighter, they have a nice glow effect. Very excited for DirectX 11 to be league ready. Hey Han, how's it going? Fellow VEC driver. Le Mans was pretty awesome for Room 2. It was an enjoyable race. Traffic was very well behaved. Oh yeah, I did see that on the live stream. A little bit of an engine explosion, but that's okay. It was Siskaba Kiss was driving at the time, I think, or probably the Sea of Silence of Saba Kiss. But hey, congratulations to you and your team. Number 81 on the Room 2 GT Championship. That is awesome. may have almost died at 130R there. Ah, that almost ended our race. Oh, I'm sorry, my camera's skewed. Didn't realize I had moved my camera, sorry about that. I don't know if I can fix it now, though. Doing something real quick in the pit stop, and I did move it out of the way. Didn't realize I was moving my camera. I'm kind of tired, if you haven't been able to tell. Yield to blue flag traffic. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. There's a Porsche flipping. That was crazy. Yielded to blue flag traffic, and that blue flag traffic had a collision with the Porsche and Spoon. Holy cow. That was an interesting lap. Was a little bit crazy. So Martin, the headlights are on. That's the annoying part. They're just useless at dusk. The headlights from other cars illuminate the road more than the headlights in your own car. It's very annoying. to attempt to fix the camera. It's probably not very exciting to look at right now. Question is, which straightaway to literally turn around in my chair and try and do it? Do it now. Ah, that's as good as you're gonna get. Okay. Call that a win. And I cannot drive and get you pizza. Although I do like the note of calling it Japanese pizza while we're racing at Suzuka. Friend went to China. And he goes, yeah, I love Chinese food, yeah. Going there, we went there and we're like, hey, let's get some Chinese food and stuff like that. And I was like, it's probably just food there, you know. Probably just call it food over there. I know, yeah, 2 hands, we're alive. Alright, yeah, I was kind of moving around during my pit stop. Oof, missed this apex completely. But yeah, I was kind of moving around my pit stop, moved the thing out of the way, and then I was like, yeah, clearly I don't need that. Obviously I did. Around the outside of the Ferrari there. We're closing in. Just a couple hours to go. Yeah, Martin, it's, like you saw the GT, like the GT Camaro. Their headlights illuminate the entire road. But that's from my perspective. From his perspective, it probably looks like my headlights are illuminating the whole road. I don't know why rFactor 2 is like that. The headlights are just not very useful at dusk. You can obviously tell they're getting more and more useful. The worst is over in terms of lighting. clearing some space there. Don't know what place they're in, but it was just bad positioning. I do seem, as someone mentioned in the chat, I do seem to be, I think it was Stiffen. 36 seconds now. Yeah, I probably see more than you do on the phone, but I mean, like 20 minutes ago, I didn't see anything. Somehow I always end up driving at the desk for our team. Whoa, almost spun out there. Yeah, our team is a little bit underprepared for this. Coming out of Le Mans, 24-hour race, took, you know, over a month to prepare for. And we just didn't really have time to do Suzuka. So 6 isn't bad, I don't think. Just absolutely zero time after Le Mans. 1 week, not long enough to prepare for an 8-hour race. We were focusing on VEC, obviously. There was a mathematical chance we could win the championship. It wasn't very probable, it was just possible. We were seeing if we can grab second. Or grab a podium, which we finished 4th. So we were close to doing that. bad front end slide. Turn 1. Cooked my front tires. Finally, they're cooling down. Oh no! What just happened? Did I hit anybody? Holy cow! That was a oh, that could have been super, super bad. That was a screen freeze. It must have ghosted my car. When I resumed, I was right behind. Ah, prototype spinning. GT car off. Ferrari in front. Going off the pace, I think. What has just happened? That I didn't do. I did not do that. Just pointing that out. Massive screen freeze. Probably dropped my car off of existence. Put it back on right behind a prototype. Man, that was so freaky. I'm so glad that didn't cause an incident for anybody. Whoa, shoot. Spun up. Let that prototype go by anyway. Now I'm just jittery. Jesus, that was so scary. That prototype almost took out that other GT. I realize it's not very specific, seeing as the whole grid is full of prototypes and GTs, but you know what I'm talking about. We totally have dropped off the back of, well, not that we were on the back of 5th, but lenses pulled out almost 10 seconds. We're about 35 at one point. Now we're 44. So, prototype and GT Shabazels here. Martin's. I like Fords, don't get me wrong. Just not a lot of Fords in rFactor 2. I'm sure you've heard they put the Ford GT-LM that won Le Mans a couple of years ago is now in iRacing. This prototype's spinning. Please don't come back on the road. Ah! And we're clear. It's the 4th place prototype. Ah, tires are cooked. My fronts are just overheated. They're burned pretty bad. What is going on? Front tires are dead. Kind of like that prototype that spun out. Alright, opinion poll. Do your guys' wrists hurt when you do long drives like this? Do you guys do long drives like this? Remember the days of race-to-play sprint racing? Probably 2 pizzas, Martin. Multiple pizzas. Anyway, Japanese pizzas? Already here. 30-minute sprint races. 45-minute sprint races. An hour-long sprint race. Those were the long ones. Here we are, 8 Hours of Suzuka. It's properly night now, which is nice. You can actually see. So I think the Ford came with the Ferrari for the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which happens to be live stream. Apparently it's live stream day. Maybe it's always live stream day. I don't know, but I'm live streaming for the first time, so I'm part of that now. But it's live stream day. 24 Hours of Le Mans iRacing is going on, I believe. There's an official stream for that. There's RaceSpot TV stream. There's many drivers streaming. And Jimmy Broadbent, and I'm sure many others, doing some Dirt 4. Which has mixed reviews on Steam, so I'm waiting to open it. Take advantage of my refund policy. Round the outside of the Porsche! That's not a corner I've done traffic yet. Just gotta find your limits on each corner. What was I saying? Yeah, stream day. And like I said, maybe it's always stream day, but now that I was having a stream, I was like, what's going on? Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me on this stream. From day to dusk tonight, it was a cinematic part of the race. The most cinematic part of the race in terms of lighting, obviously, because now it's just going to be dark. The darkness is super fun. Second place behind. Did pull back a few seconds on 5th again, but we're all just running the same times. So it's hard. I'm gonna let this guy go in turn 1. That's all you need to do. Just pull off line, flash the lights. They know what to do. Universal sign, or, you know, language of endurance racing, sim or otherwise, blinking the headlights. That was the second place prototype that I let by in T1. He goes by the Ferrari. See if I can grab the Ferrari on the inside of Spoon here. That'll be that. Except I forgot to downshift and brake for the second part of the apex, or second apex. Oh, and the GT car spun out behind me. I hope I didn't cause that. I don't think so. Sort of just flew up the inside before turning. But Spoon is tricky, especially, I mean, at this point, everyone's later in their stints, worn tires. You touch the AstroTurf in Spoon, you go spinning. You guys will notice there's a few times I've run wide onto the AstroTurf. First thing you do, straighten the steering. Hit the brakes and straighten the steering. Not in that order. Straighten the steering and then hit the brakes. But you straighten the steering, run out wide onto the AstroTurf, you'll prevent the spin. You will go wide, but you'll be facing the right way. Sneak up the inside of the Aston here. Otherwise, if it's too late, it's too late. And if you keep your steering angle and try and slow down, touching the AstroTurf, zoop, that's a Porsche driving the wrong way as I'm saying what happens to spinning and making sound effects like zoop. There's a Porsche driving the wrong way. That's okay. I don't know how you spin out in that part of the track though, so maybe he had help. Seems an awkward place to be facing the wrong way. Are you back, by the way? Mr. John, have you returned?
That was not me.
I was gonna say, I heard something. So I have 16 minutes-ish for the stint. This is ending my second.
Yeah, you have one more.
Yeah, if you want, you can come in now and I can take over again at the end. We can sort of split the rest.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, 9 laps to go, so we have time to discuss, but it's hard.
I did not reboot the computer though. That's gonna take time. So let me do that real quick. See if we can manage it. Not, you'll do your third.
Yep. Okay, go for it.
User disconnected from your channel.
Alright guys, seeing what we can... Oh, I don't know if my mic's muted or not, so... I have to hold for a second before I can peek over to the other screen. For some reason I'm still talking. There's a 50% chance I'm talking to myself right now. Nope, we're unmuted. Okay. So John's getting set for the potential of swapping now. If we swap now, I will hop out. The stream will end. That will be it. I will have, if I do swap out now, I will have one more stint. It will be pretty short, so I probably won't stream that one. If we can't make the swap now, or if we're not feeling it, then I will continue for one more 50-ish or 55-minute stint-ish. To be honest, I don't know. We're slower than we should be. We're off the pace than what we were doing in testing. We're using less fuel. The goal was to make it a 9-stint race, aka 8-stop race, with the 8th stop being a splash. But we're just not using as much fuel as we were in testing. Despite, are we on full mix? Yeah, full mix, full boost. Still not using as much fuel as we were. So our car is off the pace, though. Having had those accidents, as soon as I got in, I was like, yeah, this is not at 100%. Despite having all the repairs. Constantly cooking. My tires almost spun out over the curb. That would have been really bad. Thing about talking while you're driving, if you feel the steering get light and you have to do a quick correction, my voice does weird things. It's the tension, man. There's a lot of tension with this stuff. Part of a four-person team. Four-person car. We have 2 prototypes and 1 GT. 7, 8, 9, I don't know, 9, 10 of us for our team, 3 cars. Not all of us driving in the event, but we do have a pretty active team. And it's a team effort. That's what's awesome about these. I was talking about 30-minute races 30 minutes ago. I was talking about sprint races a sprint race ago, and you know, that's all. You have teammates and such, but that's a solo drive. This drive, case in point, whether I do 2 stints or 3 stints, in and out, race doesn't start, it doesn't end, it's just driver stint in the middle. And yeah, there's obviously a lot of tension with events like that. Multi-class always has more tension. You don't want to be smacking other cars off the road, and if you're the lower class, you don't want to be impeding cars, so multi-class is just much more tension-inducing. Prototype cars, high downforce cars, of course. Very active, intense drives. Tires are cooked. Man, we're off the pace and the tires are bad. Gonna go to the inside of this car. That may have been a little aggressive. That was probably my most aggressive move all race. We want Troy to go pro. Want Troy to go pro is all I read. Pro 24-hour stream. Well, what are we at now? It's been about 2 hours, I think. To the inside of the Ferrari before spin. There we go. Braking markers on the right side of the track there, so I can't actually see it when you're side by side with the GT. Ooh, 28 seconds to 5th. Have closed in. 6.4 laps. What do you think?
4 laps? steam is just starting, so I should be able to do it.
Okay, you can hop in for 1, 2 if you can, and then I'll whichever you can do, I'll do the rest. I just need a quick break. My wrists are in pain.
Okay, what's the race time left?
We are approaching the 2-hour mark.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Go ahead and use the reserve fuel also.
Dang it. I just walled it.
What?
Hit the wall in the S's. Dang it.
Okay, can you continue?
Steering angle. Yeah, maybe a couple of laps more.
Okay, I'm starting it just now.
I got on the marbles and the S's trying to go around to Porsche.
Yeah, that's what happened to me at the spoon entrance. I got on the marbles and couldn't stop and hit the Corvette. I mean the Camaro.
To be... So Martin, I said, because we got about 2 hours to go, and I said, whatever you can do, John, I will do the rest. So if he can do, you know, let's say we got 2.3 stints to go. If he can do 1, I'll do 1.3 to the end. If he can do 2, I'll do 0.3 to the end, I don't know.
Alright, I'm connecting to server right now.
But, yeah, I hit the wall in the S's. Ah, so bad.
Boy, that took a long time. The car was a lot of pace.
I think I'm still fairly relevant to what I was doing. The steering angle is just a bit wonk, so it's very easy to spin out at this point. McLaren! Keep going. Are you riding with me?
I'm getting on the car just now. Still loading all the cars.
Okay, I actually have a few more laps to go.
Alright, I'm riding with you right now.
Okay. We will go next lap or 2 laps. It just says repair body, not repair all, so...
Yeah, repair all.
But we're down a straight line speed now.
What's the race time left again? Because it would help if we could make it to the top of the hour.
There's 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Okay, so we're not able to make it.
I can stretch it as much as I can, though.
What's your fuel lap time? I mean, fuel time.
In the middle of the lap, 7 minutes. So, plus a minute in the stop, we'll pretty much get to the 2 hour mark.
Okay. And you also check your boost and engine mixture and make sure they're all set up.
They're full. If that's what you're asking, I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, let's lower your boost one click.
So engine boost 3 out of 4. Mix is still 7.7. 17 seconds behind 5th, so we've been catching this guy 5th as possible. Hey Greg! Sorry you couldn't be racing with us, buddy.
If you can say one pit stop, that will help us catch him and pass him after pits.
Fortunately, you joined us right as I chucked it into the wall. So we're just trying to limp it to the 2-hour mark. Okay, 75 liters, the cards are name.
Okay, so let's check your laps left and fill them out at the line and extend it to the maximum.
Yeah, so I have 2.4 laps remaining at this point, so I can do 2 laps.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, we're going for P5.
We're in a good position to fight for top honors anyway, so let's play the pit strategy.
Okay, so Len's just pitted, so they are going to need a splash. So if we can avoid the splash, we will have P5.
I know, we've been the latest pitters, the midfield, so it will help us if we can save a pit stop.
Okay, requested. Gonna have one more after this. Alright, so the car ahead that we were chasing has already pitted, which means there's no way they make it to the end on one more stop. So we're trying to stretch our fuel and make it with just one more stop after this. Somehow we are just nowhere near our fuel usage. We're using, to put perspective, 0.2 liters a lap, sometimes less than our practice. So our fuel strategy is just massively off. We're just not using as much fuel. Okay, stop requested. Everything's good to go. Tires are completely cooked. One more.
Okay.
Last lap of the stint. Fuel lights beeping.
I've noticed you've been burning 2.2 liters also per lap, so you were not too excessive fuel usage.
Our fuel numbers are just way off from practice, so it really...
Yeah, I don't know why that is. We were using 2.3 practices.
bring it in. Thank you guys so much for joining me. The stream's going to end here pretty soon. But I'll say goodbye once I get out. Oh, we're listening, Martin. We are listening. Your tips about pizza, that is, or driving the Ford?
Okay, pit entry 60 kilometers an hour.
Okay. Alright, in the hunt for 5th.
Alright, it's 11:05. So we are actually... We have a couple of minutes of extra time after the hour, so that's good.
Thank you, Mr. O'Sullivan. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me this whole time. Yeah, Greg, we're going for it.
Well, I left you at P8 and we're on P6.
Yeah.
Well, P5 right now. That's good.
Yeah, I think other cars were having some problems. Lots of collisions and traffic stuff as well. But yeah, we're in the hunt for 5th here. 6th just changed drivers. They will pass us in the lane. But we can do it.
Yeah, top 5 will be good. Yeah, we
So
did not
tired.
get ready for this race at all. Not enough testing.
Yeah, 1 week for 8-hour race, not really enough.
Oh.
5th goes by. Holy cow. 2 hours of Suzuka. The track's gonna be clear. 2 hours of Suzuka wrapped up. And John in the car. Don't know if I'll hop in or not, but that's probably going to be the stream for the day. Oh, don't spit out! It's got blue flags. I got to hop out, though. Yeah, no longer riding. And let's get out of here. Wow. Yeah, Greg, it's going to be a fuel...
That was unnecessary. I was gonna give him the room on the straightaway.
It's the Uyon specialty. Let's see what John can do in terms of fuel. We're going to do a little bit of fuel saving. If we can avoid the splash, we will have the spot. So it's going to be a little bit of a fuel game for the last 2 hours. We'll see what we can do. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me. This was pretty awesome. First ever live stream. It's going to be wrapped up here. Thank you guys for making it an enjoyable 2 hours and hanging out with me. And there will definitely be more live streams coming, so just need to figure out, it's a totally different mindset and perspective than the normal highlight videos and stuff, obviously. It's a huge difference. But that is going to be it. Thank you guys very much. If I can figure out how to end the stream, I will do so. I think it's over here. Okay. Thank you. And I will see you guys next time.